Inspire has been on the Brill in Chemnitz since 2014. It's our community project to breathe new life into a part of town that has been neglected for years. Our small team of 8 volunteers made a commitment to invest our time and also some of our money into this neighbourhood. We rented premises from the City Council and rescued old furniture from the rubbish dump and did recycling and upcycling with things that people had given to us. Back then we went for the vintage look, or shabby chic as it's called in Germany. And we turned an old building into really attractive and creative space. 6 years later we found ourselves in Corona lockdown, 16 months where we were not allowed to meet and have our usual events. I used some of this time to revamp our rooms, away from the shabby chic towards a more contemporary modern vibe. Today I want to show you what I've been up to in recent months. Keep watching and see the transformation of Inspire. So let's get started. We're Barry and Jill, the Irish pilgrims, living and working in Germany. Join us as we share stories about our community project that we're involved in, or our camper van conversion that keeps us busy in our free time, or just any other kind of carrying on that takes our fancy.
Long red hair and your pale, pale skin, freckles on your face. You got the darkest humor that I've ever seen. Live in a mystical place.
On the ceilings in our rooms here in Inspire, we have the suspended ceiling with sort of spotlights and different things. It's not really very modern looking, it's quite old-fashioned, but we're not really allowed to change it. So I came up with the idea of painting the grid and the lights in it black to set off against the white tiles. And I think it's worked really well. It definitely has given it more of a contemporary modern look and works well against the green. So this is one of our chairs that I've just started to paint. Our colour scheme was always like bright turquoise blue and a bright green combined with a black and white. And as you can see, some of the older chairs here, we did them with chalk paint and sanded bits off it to make them look sort of old, that old look. But we're changing that now, and we're going for a different shade of green, like almost like an olive green. As you can see in the background, we've already painted some of the walls, and we're just starting to paint, to do a first coat on the chairs here. Here you can see the 2 different colours, and yeah, I think it's going to be a cleaner look, something different, and yeah, let's see how it'll turn out. This is Navia. She's one of our volunteers from the Global Mission Programme. She came and spent 18 months with us, working mainly with our Inspire Kids programme, but also in Inspire. Lockdown meant that she was able to share her creative talents with us. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Just keep watching. No, this is not me in my COVID-19 suit. Before doing any painting, I wanted to sand the chalk paint and wax off the furniture and get it ready for a new coat of gloss paint. So I spent a few days sanding, and as you can imagine, our neighbours were glad when I finished. One of the key features in the decor of Inspire has always been the hand-painted signs made from pallet wood that we have hanging on the walls. These signs have inspirational texts or just some funny sayings on them. But with this revamp of the cafe side of Inspire, I wanted to put up some new signs with new sayings, but I also wanted a few that are just a good piece of art. Here's Navia doing one of a dog photobombing a beach shot. You'll see the finished work in a minute. It's brilliant. So this is an old piece of wood that we had that we're turning into shelving. We put an edge on it that you'll see from the front to make it look a bit thicker, but it's actually just a thin piece of wood, plywood. And to make it look a little bit more, make it look prettier and also a little bit more practical, we put this sticky PVC on it that's washable, and it just makes it look nice. Just before Navia left to go back to the United States, I asked her to do one last piece of art. We both sat down together and designed a collage of things that relate to Chemnitz, and more particularly to the Brill. Navia was able to use software to position everything in the picture. Then we projected the picture onto the canvas and Navia did her magic. This last piece of artwork hangs above the sofa directly opposite the entrance to Inspire. It will be the first thing that you see when you come into our rooms, and it's a wonderful parting gift from Navia to Inspire. The Global Mission Volunteer Programme has been so good for us, with young people coming from all over the world to spend 18 months with us in Chemnitz. A great opportunity for them to experience life in Germany and to gain invaluable intercultural skills. With this painting, a piece of Navia will remain in Inspire. We were under a little bit of pressure to get everything finished. Firstly, because Navia was leaving us at the end of May, and secondly, because in June the lockdown restrictions were easing off, and so we were able to have our first Music Monday Singer-Songwriter event after 16 months of COVID. 16 long months where we kept paying the rent and couldn't use the rooms. But finally, on the 28th of June 2021, we were able to have an open air concert on the patio outside Inspire.
One world, one tribe, one love. Born this way. One world, one tribe, one love. Born this way. One world, one tribe, one love. I'm born this way.
So if you're ever in Chemnitz on a Monday night, drop in and say hello and see for yourself what we've done to the place. You'll find a warm welcome, a listening ear, and something to bless your heart. Maybe like receiving Holy Communion at the bar.